I continue to maintain that we, you and me, we have the power to know where we are in the business cycle and make our own decisions accordingly without relying on others. Chris and I like to talk capitalism. Let me be perfectly clear with you. I am a capitalist. There isn't a social atom in my body. All right? I deal in numbers. If I can't measure it, I don't know what it is. All right? I think God gave me a soul, but it's teeny tiny. Okay? I'm here so that you can make money. That's my gift. I'm not here to make you a better person. I'm not here to make myself a better person. That's Alan's job, not mine.
When we look at the overall media view, though, you get a lot of people saying that the United States will be in recession in 2020. And they're predicting that next year is just a bad year, a full-on recession in the United States. I want you to know that's not true. What that is a lot of straight-line forecasting with no view of the future. I want you to leave here today with some solid reasons why that will not be. I want you to know that the first half of 2020 is going to be off, and not technically a recession, but off. But that the second half of 2020, your businesses will be doing better. You're going to see more orders, you'll need more inventory, you'll need more of everything as you head into the second half of 20. And I want you to see that the trend that's on the screen now is temporary, and despite what you're going to be reading, especially as we head into a presidential election year, there is no macroeconomic recession in 2020, unless, and I hate to do this because we hardly ever equivocate, unless we go completely off the rails in terms of international relationships.
So the good news for you is, even though you're full of that delicious chicken over lunch and likely wanting to take a nap based on the hair color I mostly see in this room, you know, this is not going to be a traditional economic presentation, right? Okay, this is going to be a advice-driven presentation. I will tell you about what's going on in the overall economy, but I will also give you practical and actionable advice to support this information. So hopefully you can walk away with some wisdom and understanding, as well as knowledge gained from the charts and the figures that I'll be presenting.
In the near term, over the next 12, 15 months, things are going to slow down. Is it going to be the end of the world for them and their businesses? No, but something to be aware of. Longer term, obviously, the outlook is a little darker. We see the 2030s being economically painful, worse than a Great Recession, but even a depression, potentially.
So, I mean, obviously, we can't stop it from coming, so how can we prepare to best suit ourselves for that potential depression?
So our president always says you can't change which way the wind's blowing, but you can adjust your sails, and that's all about the preparation. That, as a young professional, that means you have time. Your horizon's a little bit longer, so it's all about being diligent with your personal financing, obviously keeping your debt levels low, trying to keep your consumption and spending low to help with that, pay off your debt, and really just professionally make sure you're positioned in an area that can sustain serious economic pain.
So one thing that we hear a lot is that Trump did X, Y, Z. Did that change your forecasts? Or with tax reform, or with whatever the latest is out of Washington, could that maybe be enough to avert this slowdown? Could that be what carries us through and we won't see these forecasts that you just told us about? To which we say no. We are a nonpartisan, non-political firm, so I won't play favorites with the political parties, because we find that the economy doesn't either.
So we do need to maintain our margins, ensure we're being profitable, but look ahead to the second half of 2020 and 2021. We need to start preparing for that nice growth trend now. Take advantage of this slowdown. We've been very busy over the last 2 years. Take advantage of some of this slower activity. Make sure all the people, products, processes at your business are ready for what's coming in the second half of 2020 and certainly 2021. That's going to be the next rising trend that we really all want to take advantage of.